pals, and welcome back to the channel. And I have another easy, fun DIY for you. This is a stocking DIY. So you can go to the Dollar Tree or Michael's or Target or anywhere and get really beautiful stockings. I purchased these at the end of the season last year, and I knew that I wanted to create something fun and easy to show you guys how to spruce up your stockings that don't cost a lot, because the stockings can get really expensive, especially when you're talking about Disney themes. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to want to pick up some stockings. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I got these from Target. Now you can get them in an inexpensive, usually $1 to $5. Next, you're going to need your hot glue or your E6000 if you are using heavier items, and your scissors. First one I'm going to show you is my Dollar Tree one. Remember those snowflake ornaments that I've been using all Vlogmas long? Well, I took another one and added it to this. It gives it that pop with the other snowflakes. I'm going to keep this one pretty simple. Now that I have this glued on to it, I'm just going to take some red ribbon. So the hook for this is really, really low, and I'm actually going to move it. Don't feel bad about cutting up things and replacing them where you want them. That's what a DIY is. Then reposition it where you want it. Now I'm going to take my 4 evenly cut ribbons. I'm actually going to glue them on top of each other. This will give you a pretty stacked effect. A great tip for keeping frays away from the ribbons is to take a lighter, go over it quickly, and it'll stop it from fraying. Okay, now that these are glued together on that crease right there, and I'm going to glue it. You can add so many things to any of these stockings. These are just some easy things that I had on hand just to zhuzh it up a bit. And there you go. You could add some bells to this if you wanted to add a little jingle, or you just leave it on its own. It's really pretty. For my next one, I'm going to do a Yzma themed one. So let's take off our tag. For this, I have a ribbon that has Yzma on it, and I will link the shop that I got this from. It's so awesome. I love it. Of course, I have to have a purple feather. So I always like to position things first before I start to do anything. So I'm going to take this purple ribbon, and I'm going to cut out to go all the way around twice. So I'm going to do twice this length. And look, it matches perfectly with the lines on my stuffing. I love about crafting is that it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be super over the top. You can do something really simple and it looks like you spent a long time on it and you did it. Find my crease, and that's where I'm going to start my glue, because you can hide a lot in that. And just cut off any excess. And you're in that seam, so it looks like it was meant to be there. Now, I'm going to take the backing off of this hair clip. I'm going to glue on my feather now. See which side you want to show. And then you're going to put a pretty good amount of glue on there. And figure out where you want to put it before you put it on. There you go. For this one, I was thinking a little bit outside the box. I love receiving pins for Christmas, and so does my husband. So I thought, why not display the pins on the outside that they're getting in their stockings? So for this, you're going to take a stocking and some corkboard. I got this at Michael's in a big pack. This is the thicker one. This is one I think is going to work the best. However, you can go to the Dollar Tree and get the thinner ones and stack them on top of each other. So take off our tag. So I'm going to go just under how long it is, because you're going to be sticking underneath your fabric. If your stocking doesn't come with folded over fabric, you can take additional fabric and add it. I always find pins for my husband online, and they're just kind of on their own. They don't have a backing or anything, so I think this is going to be fun for him. So you can just stick it in there and see if it fits. Voila. For this, you don't even really need to glue it. I would, however, fasten maybe a little bit of glue to the back just to keep it secure. There you go. Doesn't look like you did anything fancy, but once you start adding the pins, it's gonna look so awesome. You have a stocking pin board. Now these are not the pins that I'm going to give my husband because I don't want him to see what it is I'm putting on there. Now, if you missed yesterday's Vlogmas, I did a recycling of Christmas cards and made them into ornaments. Well, I love this Christmas card so much, and I actually thought about putting it in a frame and saving it for next year. It'd be fun to add it to a stocking. Something I forgot to mention yesterday is that if there is writing on the back, I take a picture so that I can keep those sweet words from my friends and family. Sorry for the interruption. Somehow I erased the part of me cutting off the ugly 80s fringe and putting the ribbons on. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. My ribbon on, cut it at a diagonal, and don't forget to take your lighter and just get that fringe at the end. Take our other piece that we have left. Do the same thing like we did before and start on the seam. And glue that puppet down. Oh, look how warm and inviting that looks. It just gives it such a softer look to it instead of that harsh fringe. You can either pin it or glue it, so if you wanted to change it out. What do you guys think? I think it turned out really cute. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe and ring that bell so you can see what else I am doing. And stay tuned to see what I get in my advent calendar today. Now go out and make someone smile today. Bye guys. Day 17. This is really tiny. Let's see. It's the enchanted rose. Oh. Day 17. Ooh, Hogwarts Express. Oh, is that a pin? Oh my goodness, we got a pin. I'm excited because I'm starting a Harry Potter pin collection. And this is cute. Hogwarts is my home and it's Hagrid. There's your home, little buddy.